Everybody knows Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is straight up a legendary game, and just the series Tony Hawk in general. But what if I told you that the best extreme sports game isn't even about skateboarding at all? Let me show you Shaun Palmers Pro Snowboarder, and I'm going to talk about how this game takes everything you love about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and really carves it into its own unique special thing here, dude. Released on November 13th of 2001, a whole year before I was even conceived. Listen, man, Shaun Palmers Pro Snowboarder is a lot like the Pro Skater games, we'll be honest, but it has very fun gameplay, very different gameplay from the Tony Hawk games, of course. I mean, it's on a whole different kind of playing field here. You're snowboarding down hills. It's very fun, very unique, and it definitely separates itself from the Pro Skater games, let me tell you that. So the main intro of this game is showing Shaun, the one and only Shaun, and only what I can imagine to be other pro snowboarders doing what they do best, snowboarding. And it's a lot like the Pro Skater intros with rock music in the background. It's a badass montage, man, from the early 2000s. Like, this just like screams early 2000s to me. And then we get thrown into the main menu and we get introduced to this absolute banger of a song. That shit goes hard. It's going like So on the main menu, we got a few options here. We got career, 2-player, free ride, create border, and options. But first things first, let's slide into career mode. Now the career mode, man, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's literally a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater career modes. But that's not saying it's not fun, dude. It's so fun, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's at times even more addictive than Tony Hawk games, I would say. I'd even go to that extent. So the career mode is a lot like the Pro Skater games, but oh my gosh, dude, it is amazing. I'll be honest. And I'm sure we all know the premise of it. You go through these various courses with a bunch of different goals you need to complete. And each course, I believe, has a 3-minute timer. And you basically go down the slope trying to complete as many goals as you can. And once you reach a certain limit of goals that you've completed, you then get to unlock the next course. So it kind of goes in that little circle. And it's a very good leveling up system. You know, it feels good to progress in this game. And the gameplay feels fucking amazing. And like, we'll get into the gameplay a little bit later on in the video, but oh my gosh, dude, I can't even, so good, dude. All right, so how the game plays. It plays very, very differently from the Tony Hawk games, of course. So, you know, when you're skateboarding, you can go in multiple directions. You can even go back up hills on skateboards. But in this game, you're going down a slope the whole entire time. You cannot go back up the slope. You can't turn around and snowboard back up the slope. You can only go down. So like, let's say you're trying to pull off this insane combo and then you fuck it up. You can't go back up the course by just turning around and snowboarding up it. That makes no sense. That defies gravity, you know? Like, come on, man. We know better than defy gravity. So, what the fuck? So as you go down these slopes, you perform plenty of grab tricks, flip tricks, grinding on rails and ledges. It has a whole complete different feel. Like, you know, you do a grab trick in Tony Hawk, you do a grab trick in this game, it's a completely different feel, man. It's kind of weird. You have to kind of play this game, experience it for yourself. And doing the flip tricks is very fun, like the actual flip tricks. You know, in Tony Hawk, you do the flip tricks like kick flip, heel flip. Nah, you do full-on flips in this game. Like, your whole person rotates in the air. And it's fun, man. You can also do manuals in too, which I don't understand how that it even makes sense. Like, how can you do a manual on a snowboard? But you can do a manual on a snowboard to keep the combos rolling. It's fun, man. I'll be honest. It's a blast. Like, truly. Wild berry. Those are getting rarer by the day, boys. So enjoy it while you have it. A lot of people aren't going to understand that, but I know you saw that. Dingo dial? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. Wild berry. I truly do not know what to do. You need to die. Honestly, you truly need to die. Wild berry. Is there a blocking button? Because I truly don't believe there's a blocking button. Wild berry. Yeah, it's been a minute since I done one of those. So y'all are probably wondering, does the level just end once you reach the end of like the course? Well, yes and no. So there's a finish line at the very bottom of the course. You go past it, it ends the run. Or there's these little spots scattered around the whole course as you go down the slope. And there's this, basically this teleporting system. So you see these little gondolas or vans or snowmobiles parked alongside the course, and there's this big red circle around it. If you go into that red circle, it will teleport you a ways up the hill, depending on what one you go to. Now, there's always going to be a teleporter at the very end, at the finish line, basically. And if you go into that teleporter, that one will take you immediately all the way to the very top of the course. So you can continue your run if you don't want to end it. So that's kind of how they kind of decided to do that, which I think it's a good ass idea. It works very well. I do like the teleporting system. You can even continue your combos through the teleporting system, I think, which is kind of cool too. So that's something that I do really like about this game, that you can do that. Now the courses in this game, man. You'd think that because it's all going to be on snowy hills and snowy mountains that there's not going to be much variety. Well, dude, let me tell you, man. There is a lot of variety with these courses, and I was honestly kind of surprised with a few of them about how cool they are. Like, there's a whole variety, as you're seeing from the gameplay, but and at the end of the day, like, just give me a course that has a good amount of ledges and rails and like a few little cabins and like just some good atmosphere, a good background. That's all I need for a fun course, man. But they have a lot. They do a lot of cool stuff with the courses in this game that I appreciate, and it gives it a lot of variety, man. I'll be honest. Also, dude, let me say the soundtrack in this game is almost, dude, it almost is on the level of Pro Skater 3. It not quite close enough for that, but it's the soundtrack of this game is so super close to being on the level of Pro Skater 3 and even like Underground 2. It's a very good soundtrack, man, I'll be honest. And the song that I love the most in this game is New Disease by Spineshank. It goes hard. I'm just gonna say that. It goes hard, but not only that, I used to play the demo of Shaun Palmers Pro Snowboarder back on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, because in the options menu in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, there's a demo to this game, Shaun Palmers Pro Snowboarder, and in that demo, Spineshank New Disease was the one song that played over and over and over, and it got fucking stuck in my mind, man. It's an amazing song, and I remember as a kid, man, you only got to play on one course in the demo, but I would replay that over and over and over, listening to that banger of a song, and man, that's just a good childhood memory of mine, honestly. All right, so moving away from career mode, we go to two-player, which, I mean, two-player, come on, I don't need to explain that. It's a split screen mode if you want to get your brother or your friends playing, and that's one thing I miss so much about modern gaming nowadays, is you very rarely see split screen being a thing anymore. And I've had so many memories as a kid playing various games. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, for instance, with my childhood friend Zane. Split screen has a huge part of my life, man, and that's something I really cherish about these old games, is being able to play straight split screen, having your friend sitting right next to you, not being online, like, you know, just playing digitally together. You're playing together, but you're sitting next to each other. I really miss that about old games, and that's something a lot of modern games don't have nowadays, I think. Besides the childhood stories today, moving on from 2-player, we have Free Ride. Now, you know Free Skate from Pro Skater series. You go into any course you want to select, and you don't have to do any goals or anything. You just free skate, get combos. You just have a chill, fun time skating. And that's literally what this is. Except it's called Free Ride because you don't skate a snowboard. You ride on a snowboard, you know? So, Free Ride. And then we have Create Border, which obviously is a lot like, once again, Tony Hawk series. They took a lot of inspiration from Tony Hawk series, as you can tell. The fucking logo here is the same, basically the same. The back, this back is almost the same exact template as Pro Skater 3's template is on Pro Skater fucking PS2. Sorry. And even the sides here is very much same. So they took a lot of inspiration, but obviously with the game like this, you can't really complain. And it's by Activision 02, as you can see. But Create a Border, man, you create a border. Custom character. That's basically it. And then there's the options menu. Of course, every single game has options menu. And that basically concludes this this game here. I mean, I think this game is phenomenal. I'm not going to say it's better than any Tony Hawk game because it's not. I'll be honest. It's not better than any Tony Hawk game I've ever played. But if you want a fun, different experience, different feeling experience, 100%, bro, pick this game up. It is very fun, very addictive gameplay. Definitely different gameplay from the Tony Hawk series. It feels different because you're, you know, on snow, so it's gonna feel different. And it's a good game, man. It is a really good game, especially for the winter season here in fucking Minnesota where I'm at. The winters are brutal over here, man. Playing some winter themed games, which is pretty cool here, which I don't have many winter themed games. But anyways, Baby Brady, come up on in here. What are you rating Shaun Palmers Pro Snowboarder on PS2 1 through 10?
Bro, this game is actually pretty good. I'd rate it a 7 out of 10 on the BR8DY rating score.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with you. 7 out of 10. It's a great game, man. It's also rated E for everyone. It doesn't even say E10 plus. It just says E everyone. So you're good to go if you want to hop on some split screen after I press end record. His job is starting to get on my nerves, man. He's working all the time. We don't have time for family moments. We don't get to play anything anymore. We can't play retro games anymore. We don't even get to play fucking Monopoly on family night, dude. Whatever, man. I hope you all enjoyed the video here on The Brady Show. If you enjoy retro gaming content, we post it every week, baby. Upload on Thursday, live streams on Sunday and Tuesday, and we do random live streams randomly. So turn on the bell if you want to get notified for that, as well as the community posts, which I try to do at least every other day. And yeah, man, one last thing I would like to say is I have a new channel. I just recently started it. It's a self-improvement channel where I talk about my self-improvement journey and my journey to becoming the best version of myself that I possibly can. The channel is called BR8DY. We post twice a week over there, Wednesday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. If you're interested in me as a person or want to see me and my journey and to see me become the best version I can possibly be, we document the journey over there on the BR8DY channel. Thank you all for watching so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. We'll see you next time on The Brady Show, guys. Have a good one.